This is what the Egyptian resort town of El Gouna should look like, a barren desert bordering the Red Sea. But this is what it has become, a place where the sand is merely something to try and avoid on a hotel's golf course. The transformation has come about because of one thing: desalination. The resort's general manager is Adam Mahmoud.
We rely totally on desalinations. More than 95% of our water is provided from the desalination. I don't see anywhere, even for the future expansion, we rely 100% on desalination.
Professor Abu Rayyan is one of the country's leading experts on the process.
By law, this is the only way to supply water for tourism. By law. You cannot say, okay, I have a hotel and I need water from the municipality or from water company. No. You're supposed to have your own water resources.
The desalinated water at El Gouna's Steigenberger Hotel is relatively cheap to produce. El Gouna's desalination plant provides it with up to 120 cubic metres a day for a total daily cost of around $240. In larger plants, the price can be as low as 50 cents per cubic metre, a cheaper option than building new pipelines to transport water from the Nile, even if that were allowed. Dr. El-Kouazi is one of the country's leading experts on water management.
Our research actually indicated that if you transport Nile water for a distance of more than 100 kilometers, then desalination is more feasible economically.
At the moment, around 90% of Egypt's desalinated water is produced by a process called reverse osmosis, or RO, which involves, in essence, pushing salt water at high pressure through a series of membranes to remove the salinity. El Gouna, which runs and operates its own plant, is also experimenting with the more complicated and expensive process of thermal desalination, using the excess heat produced by one of the city's generators. At the moment, it can only produce 120 cubic metres a day, much less than the 10,500 cubic metres the city uses. The problem, according to Mohamed Hosni, another of Egypt's desalination experts, is in the technology.
Because of the simplicity of the process, it is much more simple to build a reverse osmosis than a thermal desalination plant. Thermal desalination plants are only economic if they are coupled with an electrical power generation system.
Hosni's company, Egisal, has been in the desalination business now for 15 years.
In '96, we started with a plant that was 300 cubic meters. Today, we are running up more than 10,000 cubic meters a day in 9 locations.
One of Egisal's main areas of business is just down the road from El Gouna in the city of Hurghada. The city has grown rapidly with the arrival of mass tourism and is now home to approximately 200,000 people, many of whom are dependent on the income generated by the 1 million tourists who visit each year. Again, desalination has been vital to its development, even allowing the guests at the 952-room Sinbad Club to splash about in a desalinated water park.
When I arrived here 20 years ago, there weren't that many hotels and the population wasn't that much. We had a problem with water. You know, the hotels had to contract tanker cars to supply water. We had to have contracts with more than one source. It was a problem. It's history, it's gone. You know, we don't feel the pain now. It's like going through a sick period that you've recovered from.
Egisal also provides 1,500 cubic metres of desalinated water to the nearby Sunrise Garden Beach Hotel. Here, in collaboration with Helwan University, they are also experimenting with solar-powered thermal desalination. It provides at the moment, depending on the weather, roughly 3 cubic metres a day. It's not much, but Mohamed Hosni believes it's just the start.
It will come the day that we'll need it. Maybe in 10 years' time, it will be the only possible way to desalinate water.
It's a view shared by other experts given the advances in photovoltaic technology and the fact that Egypt is running out of its own supplies of oil and natural gas.
In 5 years or less than 5 years, now everything is going quickly, we will have commercial, competitive, renewable energy units.
Desalination allows Hurghada and El Gouna to keep on growing. This year El Gouna will install a new 1,000 cubic metre plant, while the Sinbad Club has plans to double in size in the next 2 years. Without desalination, the region would soon return to scrubland. With desalination, and as long as the tourists keep on coming, its future prospects appear almost limitless.